Okay, but anyways, so hi guys, hi everyone. I'm Adebola Zoe Williams, and I'm a freelance creative consultant, content marketer, I'm a creative writer. I'm just a whole creative bubble.
Wow.
You can't have me in your space unless you have a better. Ask him.
Wow.
And I'm currently in Lagos, Nigeria. It's midnight. It's almost 2 right now, and I'm up to do this because I think it's very important to what is happening in the world at large. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Can we meet you, sir?
Oh, sir. Anyway, Segun Oladila Jose. I'm in the United States, Houston, Texas, to be precise. I'm a photographer. I'm a photographer and a videographer.
Yeah, fast what? What?
Okay,
Like guy.
photographer. Is that? I'm sorry. I just
David.
when I introduce my work like that, I usually just go with the accent and everything. So anyway.
Madu. Guy, introduce yourself. You don't have time.
I can't help it. But anyway, I'm a photographer and videographer, and I sometimes do Uber on the side, just to get income and stuff like that. I've been a photographer for about 2 years, and weddings, events, portraits, sometimes pet photography, engagement session and stuff like that. So that's where you find me now. So. It's currently 7:36, to be precise, 7:36 p.m. Central Time, United States of America. So
Okay, so we know that the coronavirus pandemic is a major issue. Like, at least since I watched CNN all through the day, that was what they were talking about from start to finish. Like nothing else. Everything is all corona. When you go on social media, it's all corona. Marketing people are trying to use corona to sell businesses. Churches have been sealed now. The government has banned where you have more than 50 people gathered. So there's no church
in
on
Nigeria,
Sunday. Yes,
oh, okay.
because it's new in Nigeria right now, and they're
Mm.
trying as much as possible to reduce the way it's spread.
Oh, okay. That's news.
And
Okay.
yeah, schools are closing,
Oh,
but the places like markets and transportation systems are still open, of course. I don't know what the plan is as we go on, but I know that it has right now is not really, it has not really dawned on us here.
okay.
For example,
Mm.
I still went out yesterday. I still use public transport.
Mm.
If I wanted to go out today, I would still do that. Even though I'm a freelancer and I use the workspace, but still, we still kind of hug people sometimes. Might not really shake hands and hug people as much, but it's not really here like the way it is in other places all over the news. So how is it? How is it at your end?
Oh well. I was just reading up a few things recently. It was like I got the news that New York, especially the cases of coronavirus, almost doubled overnight. Because now what New York is doing, they're trying to test people,
Yeah.
like 8,000 tests and all that. So New York on its own has about 4,000 plus cases of coronavirus. New York, Washington, and California, that's actually where the main, where you have like main coronavirus. We down in Texas, it's about 161 people so far. Um, it's been a little tough actually. So, kids, spring break. So they had like spring break. So spring break is technically like midterm break or something like that, where you have like 1 week off and everything. And
Okay.
so, like especially for my cousins, they had like last week off for their spring break, and they were supposed to resume school this week. But due to the coronavirus, they shut down so many places. There are no movie
So that one
theaters, malls, even bars and restaurants they're not open anymore. No in dining,
Oh,
no events. So what they do is the only way you can run as a restaurant is if you have like a drive-through, or if you have like
oh, okay.
you can do pickup. So everyone's just trying to be safe. So everyone is wiping down
Yeah.
Cleaning up. You can't even find tissue paper. I'm probably sure you've seen some of the videos of people finding
Yeah.
tissue paper. So you can't find water. Grocery stores are actually closing earlier so they can restock.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
a lot of people are actually fearful, because of the rate of spread. So the U.S. has actually said no gathering of more than 10 people. That's what Donald Trump's administration actually recommended. You don't have
Okay.
more than 10 people and everything. And so most churches, like one of the church I used to attend in California, and they actually didn't have service last week, so it was all online.
Yeah. I
Um,
think individually, apart from trying to avoid the crowd, which are not really doing, because I mean, Oshodi is still crowded in
mm,
Lagos here.
mm,
Everywhere is still crowded. I mean,
mm,
you're not really, but individually, what we're trying to do is, sensitize people that personal hygiene is very paramount
yeah.
in this season. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing you can actually really do about anything. Some
Mm-hmm.
people still have to go to work. Some people,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's shouting remote work, but
Well, how
remote
can you
work
work remotely,
can,
depending on the kind of
you
job
know,
you do, right?
even if you have a kind of flexible job, you still
Mm-hmm.
have some logistics that you need to take care of. For
Mm-hmm.
example, when we wanted to start this video call, what happened?
Light.
Battery light. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing I can do about that. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have resources to power a gen, or I don't have money to go to a work, I will stay. I won't get work done.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of semantics are around remote work in Nigeria. It's quite different, but it's not like it's not doing, because I've been doing it. I think so far so good. My progress keeps improving. Yeah, I am. So I've been washing my hands like almost
Mm-hmm.
every time I say tap, and that means every time I go to the kitchen, every time I go to the restroom, whether or not I use those places, I just pass by. I
That's
just wash
how it
my
works.
hands.
Mm-hmm.
I try as much as possible to not touch my face, which doesn't make sense because touching your face is a reflex action. Like,
Yeah, I go ahead right now.
you know, at first I was really using a lot of sanitizers, but I've really reduced it. I've kept it
Oh,
to
you have
washing my
sanitizers.
hands.
Oh, that's good. Good
Yeah,
prevention.
but they're expensive. So if
Oh,
when you go to the
price, price gouging.
when you go to the mall,
Mm.
yeah.
Nigeria, in
So
America, you get arrested for that.
um, that one is there now.
I know
That's
now.
fine.
I know Nigeria is
Yeah.
business.
So
Yeah.
business,
Mm-hmm.
and um, that's what I've been doing as a person individually.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question to you, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, sure.
So my first question to you is,
Mm-hmm.
do you have friends in other places that the crisis is quite heightened? More heightened than you have it, because apparently it's still a little bit controlled. It has not really spread like wildfire where you are. But do
Mm-hmm.
you have friends in other places that scare you, like what about this person, or family members or people that you know, maybe
Mm-hmm.
in Italy, or maybe even China, those places that is really wild.
Oh
Do you have
well.
friends, and how are you keeping up with them? How are you checking up
Okay. To be
on
honest.
them and all?
Yeah, so to be honest, I don't. Okay, I don't have friends in any other country.
You don't have friends anywhere.
Nigeria. Other friends that are actually Americans, mostly African Americans and all that. I haven't spoken to them in a while actually, and I do know most of my friends are pretty safe. I should check up on them. I'll just after this meeting, I'll shoot them a text. Check, see how they're doing. But I know.
Okay, so let's talk about the emotional and mental side of coronavirus, which is the major thing that a lot of
Mhm,
experts have been pushing all over, that okay, you hear this news, you see the numbers, you get
mhm,
scared, you get worried, you get anxious, what's happening, especially with people that have family and loved ones in places
mhm,
that have the virus has really really
mhm,
eaten into. We
mhm,
get scared, we get worried, like as it affected, because personally I'd been a little bit um not really I've not really been thinking about it.
mhm,
Do you get,
mhm,
aside from washing my hands and making sure I take care of myself, my personal space, I'm not really thinking about it
mhm,
in the right
mhm.
whatever. But because every time I try to think about it, I get worried. What if this thing is bigger than it is? What if
Mhm.
people can find this? What if scientists can come up with it? Um,
Oh, by the way,
solutions
they
to
say
this problem.
chloroquine and hydrochloroquine is actually active. They're making tests in America. China actually suggested that chloroquine and hypochloroquine is actually, they've used that for
Yeah,
some people and stuff.
I saw the news, but
Hmm.
it's but it's still I don't know. Okay, so but
Hmm.
so far so good. Has it made you a little bit scared,
Mm.
worried?
Oh, okay. So to be honest, that you know, um, as it began, um, as it began going to the grocery stores and seeing like empty shelves and stuff like that, where you just like a whole shelf that's usually full of there are a lot of things in there. See all that gone. I usually was just like laughing at it because not because I wasn't sympathetic, but I was just like Trevor has had a section on it. Says,
Oh, I was waiting for you
is
to
this
quote
how we
Seven.
die?
No. Oh God.
Is this how we die? And, and it's pretty funny because I just like, Australia as Americans, so many people are so paranoid, and Americans are used to ordering a lot of things. So I mean, I just see that and I was just like, it's really funny. But when it comes down to it, because I live with my family, my uncle and stuff like that, and he has like younger kids. I had to, very careful what I do, or where I go, what I touch, stuff like that. At some point, it can get overwhelming, thinking about it because you have to get money. Money is very important. As a photographer, some people, many of my friends, people photographers I know, they've actually had to like postpone weddings. Some people are actually booking weddings as it goes to. I have a bunch of friends that acquaintances are actually booking weddings and like as it goes and all that. But some people will have like weddings between May and June and July. You have to like push it forward. And one of my clients I was supposed to work with in April, she had a birthday, so we had to push that forward too. And the thing is, you're not earning money for that period, for this time period, which you probably span like weeks, because schools are going to be closed. They're thinking probably school will probably be closed to like June, July,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's also affecting all that. Um, so it's easy to get overwhelmed. But what I
yeah,
usually do, what I've done, what I've decided to do is, I spoke to my uncle about it. We had this conversation. I was like, money is very important. I can't just sit home. I have expenses and everything. I have, dues and expenses that come in every month, and I have to, try to get business or try to, drive at least get something cash in the hand and stuff like that. So what I did was, luckily I went to the grocery store one morning. It was a Sunday morning, before church and everything. So I was looking for hand sanitizer. I didn't find that. I was looking for disinfectant. I didn't find that. But I did find a few things. Vegetable soup, mixed veg. I used to buy. Couldn't find that and everything, but I did find it that day. But I then saw like a couple. They had a cart and they had like alcohol. This 91% Supreme
yeah,
alcohol. And I was like, hmm, that's a disinfectant. It's even more effective than hand sanitizer and everything.
yeah.
And so I got it. I got like 3 bottles, which was like really huge.
So
And
you're a hoarder too.
no, 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 no. I got 3 bottles, right? One is for my car, one is for the house, and one is for when the other one's finished and everything. So because what I do is after each ride, I wipe down the car wherever the passenger has touched with their hand and stuff like that. So the handles, the lock and stuff like that, wipe it down because it's affecting it and everything. So I do that religiously. And after driving the passenger, dropping the passenger off, I also wind down my windows, try to get circulation in there, and drive. Put my AC on full blast and everything. And I also have like waters in my car, like bottles of water in the car. So I wash my hands like every 2 hours.
Okay, so you said
Yeah, so I have tissue. I have soap and wash. So I wash my hands every 2 hours. So that's it. But I just very careful. So every time I come into the house, I ask my cousins, "Don't touch me. Let me wash my hands first, and then we can
okay.
have the conversation or play or whatever, whatever, whatever." Because they're
All
younger,
right.
they can tend to jump and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's technically what I'm doing. So trying
Just
not
touch
to
my
get over.
face.
Yeah, it's very hard. Trust me. I sometimes I'm like, oh God.
So
Yeah. So that's.
asking relationship wise,
Mm,
because I want to keep it as much as what's that word, relevant as possible, because I
mm,
know that two of us as a couple might not be the perfect couple to dish out advice. If
no.
I'm saying in relation to those people in long distance relationship at such a time as this,
Mm,
I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. They're in Houston, where it's not that terrible. I'm talking about somebody that is in Lagos that probably has it chilled, and somebody that is in China, and the person's partner is in China, where everything is bad, where it's been worse for a couple of weeks, where it's been terrible, it's been
mm,
scary,
mm,
where they probably have even gotten sick. Do you
mm,
get, like,
mm.
a lot of people are all those people that got infected, all those people that died, they were people's lovers,
Yeah. Very
husbands,
true.
fathers, mothers. So I'm saying that we might not be the perfect example of couple to be dishing advice out, because we kind of don't have it bad, and we're grateful for it. We do not take it for granted. But I'm just saying
Mm,
that we kind of don't have it bad. But at the same time, in this little while, and in this not having it bad, do you
mm,
think that this coronavirus thing, do
mm.
you, um do you think that it has affected communication, relationship?
Okay, so first and first, coronavirus has affected the economy in a bad way.
Yeah, yeah, not just the
Uh,
health, but yeah, exactly.
and when the economy is affected, it's also definitely going to affect you too. So one way or the other, you're going to get affected. So that's a external stress on its own. And you're trying to make the best of your situation, or trying to be as safe as possible. And take for instance, if you ever planned on reaching out to your loved one or traveling or something like that, all those plans are cancelled. So there's a strain of that
Yeah,
that comes in.
yeah.
It reminds me of one of my passengers I picked a while ago, and she was like, they used to travel every single month. They go back and forth. He's in UK, she's in the US,
Or
and I'm just wondering, like, now they're in a long distance relation, there's like the corona virus issue. Now they're probably not going to be able to see each other for the span of 6 months.
yeah,
So,
because a lot of
yeah, exactly.
travel bans have been
Yeah,
placed.
but these guys used to. I'm telling you, these guys used to do like sometimes 2 weeks, 2 weeks, one month, 1 month, 1 month. So definitely now they have, like, that's a big issue for them, and it's going
Yeah,
to cause a lot of strain on their relationship, and they're going to have to, like, we will go back to the drawing board.
yeah,
Think about how they will interact with each other. So there's definitely the fact that you're in a relationship itself, and there's going to be expectations, because now people are going to be staying home, and also there's going to be more expectation about, okay, let's try something. You're not
yeah.
doing
Let's
anything.
talk.
Let's talk.
Yeah, at home. So why are you not giving me a
Yeah,
call?
yeah. So, and to be honest, as guys, sometimes we just want to be ourselves. You don't want to,
Girls
like,
too,
yeah.
bro. Girls too.
I'm speaking from my own perspective, and
I'm speaking from my own perspective.
okay, man, okay. And you just sometimes you might, because of the pressure and everything, it might sound like a miscommunication, like you don't want to spend time with the person you love and everything, but you're just trying to make sure you don't explode, or you don't transfer aggression.
I'll just say that if you have a partner, if you're in Nigeria, or a guy or a girl, you're in Nigeria, and you have a partner, whether you guys are married or you guys are dating, or it's somebody that you people have a pressing each other's button and it's
Mm.
looking like something will happen soon. The coronavirus have come to force and Gary,
I go to, yeah.
you know, just you need to chill, you need to give people time, you need to give
Mm,
people we- people are already worried about a lot of things. You don't want to be the
mm,
extra baggage
yes,
that they carry,
mm,
you know.
mm,
You want to give people their space, you want to call them and tell them that you care about them and
mm,
you're concerned about them, that hope you're taking the right precautions and hope you're
mm,
fine, and how is work, how is this affecting your work,
mm,
talk to your loved one about how this thing is affecting them in their space, and just really understand that they're in a transitional season right now. So a lot of your schedule might change, the way you call each other might change, because now some of them are just transitioning to working remotely. They're still trying
mm,
to figure out a lot of things. They're trying to figure out how to stay productive,
mm.
you know. And hey, touch my face again. And and
Wash your
I
hands.
just think when I finish this call, I just think that we should just be as much as possible considerate and caring. I think in such a time as this, love wins,
mm,
but love has to have sense to it.
mm, mm,
And we can't be nagging and shouting and you're not picking my calls. You have to. There's a lot of things going on right now. If you're in Nigeria, you don't know how good you have it, so you're probably just lounging.
mm,
People are still going to go clubbing tomorrow, maybe,
mm,
or maybe not. Saturday people are still going to do parties. People have planned wedding. What will happen?
mm,
So eventually, I think we have to just love people, love our partners enough to be with them through them. Thank you so much. So I
mm.
think before we wrap up, I think we should just say what of prayer.
Okay.
It's necessary as much as you're taking precautions, for
Mm,
health. I think that um, scientists and health practitioners could really use a lot of wisdom. They could really use a lot of strength as well. Their
mm,
own strength fail. How are we able to treat ourselves? How are we able to, so, and also for our leaders and,
mm.
just replaying in the places of power that when they make a decision matters, we should also pray, to them. So, do you want to pray?
Okay. Um, Thank you, gracious Father, for this wonderful day. I know it's Thursday my time and it's Friday Adebola's time. But we thank you, Jesus, for protection and your hand of protection around us. Father, we pray for strength for all the health practitioners and people who are actively fighting to, get rid of the virus or contain the virus. Father, we pray that this plague will not come near our dwelling. We're sanctified, our house is blessed, our house is covered, and your angels surround us. Thank gracious Father, because we would not be stupid, but we'll use common sense and we'll also rely on you, safely on you, believing that you, O Lord, will keep us through it all. And, we know things are going to be hard in the coming months, but we also know that things are going to get better. And we also know we're going to be stronger for it. So, Father, give us grace to stay stronger and remain strong and remain strong. And Father, we ask that you comfort the families who have contacted the disease or who have lost loved ones, using Idris Abba as a point of contact and so many other families. We ask that you, Lord, help and you protect. And, as things are going on, everything is just going to come up good in the end. Thank you, gracious Father, because you know that this is not going to be the end of us. And this is not going to be how we die. In your mighty name we pray.
Amen.
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 Yeah, I had to put that